Let's talk about walking to and from your car. When walking to my car, the first thing I do is look out the window wherever I am to check for any creeps standing around my car. I look out of my living room window. If I am in a store or restaurant, I always look out the window before I walk to my car. What if I saw a creep hanging around my car? I would just have a second cup of coffee. What would I do if a person or persons kept hanging around my car or in the vicinity of it? If I felt the thugs were a threat to me, I would ask a store employee if they would accompany me to my car. I feel this is a good tactic because thugs may be more than likely try to attack me if I am alone. This is an important tactic if you are smaller in stature, such as a woman. All of this is my effort to avoid having a confrontation. If the coast were clear, I would proceed to my car. I would have the key to open my car in my hand. This is so I would not have to stand in my car fumbling with a key. Quickly I would open the door and get into the car. The next step would be to directly lock all the doors and immediately start the car. I thought through most all of these steps, and I believe these to be the most efficient way to get away fast. What would I do if someone starts walking up to my car? I would put the car into drive and release the brake. The last step to do before driving away would be to put on my seat belt. I actually had the chance to put all of these steps into motion last year. Usually I make a point of keeping some cash on me. However, I found myself on a Saturday without any cash in my wallet. I do not use ATM machines and always insist on going into a bank to withdraw cash. I thought that my bank was open on Saturdays, but it wasn't. When I arrived, the parking lot at the rear of the bank was empty. There was an ATM at the front of the bank. I looked around and did not see any threats, so I decided to take a chance and withdraw some money. I took out my ATM card and looked up and down the street. I did not see anyone in sight, so I put my ATM card in the machine and pressed in the amount of the money I wanted to withdraw. Again, I looked up and down the street for anyone watching me before pressing the button to receive the cash. On that early Saturday morning, no one was visible anywhere. It seemed like the moment I hit the cash button, I noticed a man about a half a block down the street. As soon as the money started coming out of the machine, he started walking toward me. The most direct route to my car was to walk down an alley. I did so as fast as I could. The man had been walking toward the front of the bank, toward the ATM machine. When I got to the back of the bank, I saw him coming around the corner toward my car. There was no mistake, he was coming at me. I could have drawn a gun, however, I always try to use any alternative possible to avoid a gunfight. I did not see any weapon visible with this person. In the past, I was robbed many times by individuals who appeared to have no weapons. Often they simply beat me with their fists. There were also many times when I was robbed with a knife that was produced at the last moment. I felt at this time my best choice was to not draw my gun. I jumped in my car, started the motor, and drove off as fast as I could. I put on my seat belt on later down the street. Under different circumstances, if the man had been closer, I may have had to draw my gun. However, in this situation, my tactics of getting away fast in my car proved the best result.